Today, we are obliged to take the Quebec government to court to ensure our rights are respected.
A group opposing Quebec's Bill 96 filed a legal challenge against the new language law Wednesday morning. The task force on linguistic policy was at the Montreal courthouse to depose the challenge. Bill 96, which came into effect last June, tightened the province's language laws and affirmed that French is Quebec's only official language. It reinforced the use of French across several institutions like the justice and education systems, and as of Thursday, more provisions come into effect.
There are aspects of it that I think are positive in that they attempt to encourage French, but there's so many parts that are negative, and that's what our cases focus on how individuals are affected.
On June 1st, only Quebecers that received the majority of their education in English, deemed historic Anglos, will be able to receive government services in English. Newcomers will be denied access to English services after 6 months.
It affects my wife, who is not born here, so she hasn't yet, but she might find an unhappy bureaucrat who will deny her English service. I'd like this to be a place that people want to come to, not a place that most of my relatives have left over the decade.
Businesses of any size will only have access to French government services, and those with 5 to 49 employees will have to start declaring the proportion of their workforce that is unable to communicate in French in the business register.
On the 1st of June, the law will change.
The task force is arguing many sections of Bill 96 are unconstitutional.
We live now in a society where the will of the majority, in any case deemed appropriate by the government, shall take precedent over minority rights.
On historic Anglos, the government said they would operate in good faith without requiring proof to receive English services.
The government attempts to put us into a box of historic Anglos that is intentionally excluding hundreds of thousands of members of our community.
The lawsuit is entirely crowdfunded and is expected to be heard in court in early July.
Our francophone concitoyens say, c'est bon pour le français. It's good for French, these laws. But they don't realize how discriminatory they are, and we have to speak up to explain to them that it is discriminatory.
In Montreal, Alyssia Rubertucci, City News.